All right, people, what the hell is going on? So, I just got through watching. That's a lie. Sunday, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. Sunday, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy. And this evening, I might as well take my vitamins while I'm up here. This evening, I watched a bunch of breakdowns, reviews, stuff like that. And I'm like, this is not going to be so much as a review of Guardians of the Galaxy, because the movie was fine. I liked it. It was entertaining and pretty loud. While I was sitting in the movie theater, you know, I'm just watching the movie. I don't get all nerdified and shit like a bunch of the reviews and stuff that I watch on the on my YouTube, where people are pointing out Easter eggs and all that other kind of stuff of shit that you don't see. You don't see that stuff. All those Easter eggs and stuff that they point out, you have to be sitting at home on your computer looking up stuff frame by frame, Googling and researching numbers that you have no idea what they mean, coming up with shit. You know, this is what happens when you get old. You just start to take all kind of vitamins and all kind of shit. So I don't look that deep into the movies and stuff like that when I'm in. I like that kind of stuff. I like there's people out there that do that, because a lot of it is interesting. But it's that type of stuff that they be pointing out, all the stuff in the background and all the little details and stuff on fucking labels. Like, I'll be sitting here drinking this goddamn soda like this right here, and some motherfucker would look and read this goddamn barcode right here while I'm drinking it. The time I took to do that, somebody would have freeze framed the movie, zoomed in on this barcode, looked at some number, and pulled out some goddamn reference from whatever. And the fact that they put the shit in the movie to start with, now that's fine. It is. It's fine. If you got a good movie. I've watched all kind of fucking breakdowns of movies and all kind of Easter eggs and all kind of other shit, because my blind ass, when I see that shit, no way, no how. But when it's in a bad movie, I'm not saying Guardians of the Galaxy is a bad movie, but I've seen the same stuff in bad movies. And I was like, shit, if y'all had spent more time filling plot holes and, you know, polishing up your movie instead of sticking in dumb shit all over the place for people to see, you'd have made a whole lot more goddamn money and saved a whole lot of motherfucking time. You would have. Yeah, but I don't get that deep into it. And I was watching the reviews, the breakdown videos they pretty fine. Some of those guys are a little bit too high energy for me, which makes it hard to watch the videos and all that other kind of stuff. It's not my thing. I don't like that would, and a bunch of other silly shit that I done seen. I'm seeing it like I got a remote in my hand, but I would scoot right to the next one. There's about 20 more motherfuckers doing the same thing. I will find the motherfucker that's doing the shit like a fucking adult. Man. But something got on my nerves today. And I know I probably done shot a video like this before. Matter of fact, I remember I was it was the Black Panther video where it wasn't so much as a review of the movie. It was a review of the reviews. And the thing that got me with this right here, I'm sitting here watching this shit, and everybody had praise for this movie. This ain't one of them movies where, you know, you had some that liked it, some that didn't like it. All this, no, all the reviews, everything, everybody liked this movie. But I'm sitting there, especially on, so I'm not gonna throw out no names, but some of the fucking some of the channels that I go to, I'm not really subscribed to them, but you know, you recognize their thumbnails when a movie come out. Type in the name of the movie, you know which thumbnails to tap on. You go, you read a fucking review. You watch a fucking review, and they start going off on the whole Marvel movie thing. They so sick of Marvel movies. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the other. Blah, blah. Like, man, I came here to see a review of Guardians of the fucking Galaxy. I don't give a fuck what you think about the whole MCU. You know? And then on top of that, you know, because that's understandable. Everybody ain't for to try to keep up with all this MCU stuff and all this other stuff that's going on. And it's not hard to keep up with. It ain't like it takes up a whole lot of goddamn time. Your ass is gonna be sitting watching something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like if you really don't like it, fucking skip it. But don't do a review on a movie. I'm like, when did you watch the movie? Because you can't even talk about the movie. I'm watching, and it's like, okay, they could tell you all these, they could look at the characters. That actor played in such and such and such. That actor played on such and such. That's the same person that did this, and blah, 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 blah. But you can't remember the fucking name of the character that's in the goddamn movie that you doing a review on. But you can tell me about the actor and their whole goddamn life story. That shit irks the hell out of me. And that don't even go for just the MCU stuff. It goes for everything that I watch because, you know, I like to watch reviews. I watch retrospectives, all kind of shit. So, and mostly all my shit goes to Star Trek and movies and stuff like that. So, and a bunch of video game shit too. Like it was a whole bunch of cocksucking every time somebody mentioned James Gunn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit about no goddamn James Gunn. I know, you know, I got YouTube and all kind of other shit and fucking, Google. Google, you know, on your phone, you scroll to the side, to the left, and they got the whole Google feed over there that you can't take off your fucking phone. And it's always some James Gunn stuff on there. I said gum. James Gunn stuff on there. I didn't ask to see this. You know, you could tell me everybody that James Gunn know that he done added to every movie that he done been in, where this character did this right here, and this character was also in this, and she in that movie here. That's his wife. That's his brother. Blah, 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 blah. But you doing a review of the movie, and you can't even tell me the name of the character in the fucking movie. I didn't come here to get all these people filmographies and shit. I just come to watch the fucking review about the goddamn movie. And motherfuckers can't even talk intelligently about the movie because they don't follow this shit. They'll sit there and openly tell you they disinterest about the franchise. You know? I'm so sick of this Marvel stuff and blah, 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 blah. But I like this movie here and blah, blah, blah. James Gunn. Yeah, I'd suck his cock. Man, get the fuck out of here, dude. You know, just get all the fuck out of here. If you don't like the shit to where you want to sit around and do a half-ass shit about, you know, where you can't even talk intelligently about the plot. I don't be knowing what's going on in here. I was watching and then there's too much going on the screen. I don't give a damn if it's the little persona or shit that, you know, because, you know, a lot of times people do these reviews in character. They're not like me. This is me right here. But I know that a few of the ones the reviews I do, they do reviews in character. But that's what the fuck they think. And it irritates me. I must have had some reviews playing on my fucking computer. You know, podcasts and stuff. Bunch of Star Trek stuff. I'm like, you get to the point where you watching, they doing reviews of all the episodes, of all the fucking Star Treks and all kind of shit like that. Eventually you get sick of that shit, just like I get sick of listening to it. You know what I'm saying? And they get to the point to where they shitting on, talking, if you can't do no goddamn better than, if you can't do no better, you not enjoying the shit, to where you can do a review where it don't sound like you just, somebody got a fucking, I can't even think, I'm trying to think of something dirty, but I don't want to say nothing dirty. They got something crooked up your motherfucking ass. God damn it, man, just stop. Don't do it. Don't do the goddamn video. Don't do the podcast where you got to sit there and act like you sick of talking about something for an hour. Don't do a goddamn video or a review of some shit and you can't talk because you don't know the characters in the goddamn movie. It's just like I wanted to do a review of Guardians of the Galaxy. After watching that movie, I can't remember shit. I know I like when I was watching the movie. The only thing I can tell you about Guardians of the Galaxy is the music. I fucking hate the music. Everybody was sucking all the music dick. You got one motherfucker that this song is right here and copy and paste some shit on the screen and the lyrics of the song and read off the lyrics of what the lyrics says and why it's in the fucking screen at the time because he put all this on the nose ass music in the shit. I'm like, man, that's the only thing that really got me about the movie because I'm like, man, look, usually I don't pay attention to music. If music is grabbing my attention, in a movie, 9 times out of 10, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, that's a problem. And that James Gunn shit, we don't listen to the same music. I just put it like that. It's some Earth, Wind, and Fire came on in that shit. It's the reasons that we're here. You know what I'm saying? That came on there during the movie. I was like, hey. And like 3 seconds later, I'm like, that don't belong in this movie. That song was probably on the nose for whatever reason he put it in here, but I'm like, that song don't belong in this movie. Reasons is not a fucking space movie song. It's not. It is just not. So I'm just but it was like that the whole movie. And most of the time, it was just a bunch of shit I didn't want to listen to. And I think the thing that got me in the movie is that I was in the movie theater. And, movie theaters and a movie like it's kind of loud. It was only me. It might have been about 4 people in the whole movie theater because I went to a 9 o'clock movie. So it was loud. It was loud. And when those 4, 5, 6, however many times they stuck that on the nose ass music in there while some action or whatever the fuck was going on, that shit was piercing. That shit just added to the fact that I was in the movie theaters freezing my ass off. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the movie theater calling the motherfucker. Then I got this shit. Like, But most of the time, they got jokes that don't land in the movie. That's every fucking movie. Whatever. It is what it is. So I'm a fan of Sodacy, man. It's how it is. The only other thing that got me in that movie was Peter Quill steady pining over dead Gamora. He wouldn't let that shit go. And when the other Gamora, when the younger Gamora got finally, went off on his ass, I was fucking happy. Like, please let him shut the fuck up after this shit. Because I tell you this right now, out of the whole Marvel universe, Peter Quill is my least favorite. He is my least favorite. I have something bad happen to Peter, I would not give no shits. You know how you got your little favorite heroes or whatever in the little stories or whatever. You don't want to see you know what I'm saying? You be rooting for Peter Quill. I'd be like, let's something fucked up. Like when he went off I don't know why he don't have his space shit no more. He used to have his little boots he could fly and his little thing where he could fly around in space. No, for some reason he ended up out in space fucking icicling and freezing the fuck up. I was like, oh shit, they finna kill him off. Okay. Didn't feel good or bad about it. And then fucking Adam Warlock went out there and grabbed his ass and brought him back in the ship. I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, come on. I'm like, the dude is, it ain't like you just. Then you got these other science people hop on that. Yeah, well, actually, you can survive 90 seconds, exposed to space. Who the fuck told you that? Did the person that tell you that exposed to fucking, space for 90 goddamn seconds? And survived to be able to tell other motherfuckers that? And they showed this motherfucker freezing and shit. His eyes, all this shit free. Even if they would have brought him back after that frosting he got, he wouldn't have been right. You ain't going. If you freeze like that and then you don't die and they bring you back in and manage to thaw your ass out, the damage is done. You know what I'm saying? The damage is done. It's a fucking movie. Motherfuckers flying around the goddamn space. Whatever. But I didn't mind it. The thing that got me most worked up was when I started watching reviews, and that's with everything. I started watching Ant-Man reviews. I did an Ant-Man review. I didn't do a review of the reviews. I don't think I did. Well, I discussed that. It's the same thing. Everybody started shitting on the movie. Just like, you ain't doing no better. So shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? In the movie, they chopped this up right here. This was supposed to be. They rewrote this. They did that. This should have been like this. This should have been like that. Yeah, they didn't do it right. Well, you didn't do shit. They didn't do a motherfucking thing. Them motherfuckers, people in that movie that made, and that shit ass movie that you talking about, that made more than you were making 3 lifetimes. On that shit and that one shit ass movie and that 2 hours that they put out of there. You know what I'm saying? No talking about shit like you can do better. That goes for all the media that I watch. If you ain't doing, you just sitting there talking about the shit like it. Especially, finish work, and you ain't in there in the process helping do the shit. It's certain reviewers, and I can't even. And the fucked up part about it, I used to watch them guys all the time. It's like a big white dude. It's like like another Hispanic dude, and another. He might be white. He might not be white. I don't know. I forget their fucking name. I get that name mixed up with somebody else's. So if I look up a name, I'm gonna look up some shit that I don't want to find. But I can't never remember their goddamn name. But I watching their videos and watching their reviews on shit. If they say something is bad and something is horrible or blah blah blah, you know what? I take everything I take with a grain of salt. But at least the way they do it, because they don't really just shit on shit. They'll say if something is bad and not if their opinion or whatever the fuck. But it's like, okay, they have history in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Those three dudes, or at least two out of the three, when they start doing stuff, and specifically with the Marvel stuff earlier on and stuff like that, well, they got connections or have worked on those movies. You know what I'm saying? So I take what they say a little bit different from some motherfucker that just sitting there. Well, what the fuck have you done? You know, I listen to these guys. Well, at least they on the fucking credits. You know what I'm saying? They on the fucking credits. Man, I be sitting there watching their videos. If I watch one of their videos, they used to have a let's watch. They'll have the music. It'll be them watching a movie, but you know, you can't play the shit. You know, you can play the movie on your end, but they'll be sitting there watching and discussing the movie, and you just have to time your shit up to theirs. And they say the movie will go off or some shit like that, and you know, they waiting for the mid credits and the end credits, and they sitting there naming off people on the screen. They friends and people they know in the fucking credits. Well, you know what? I'll take what they got to say, because they been there. They fucking connect. Now the rest of these motherfuckers is just, man, that movie sucked. They didn't do this right. They didn't do that right. They get that. Marvel sucks. Fuck out of here, dude. Or if I'm watching the fucking Star Trek, watching some Star Trek shit, and they sitting there going off, criticizing and talking about how bad shit is for some shit that happened way back in the 90s and the 80s and shit. I'm like, how dare you sit here in 2020, whatever the fuck, judging some shit that was made 20-some years ago with your fucking new world knowledge and shit. I'm just, of course it looks stupid now. You know what I'm saying? Of course it looks stupid now. You talk about story beats and shit like that. Well, you ain't in there making up no story beats. And some of that stuff I can take, you know, more seriously, because depending on what you do. You know what I'm saying? I listen to one guy that do that shit. Well, this motherfucker here is actively, you know, producing media. You know what I'm saying? He just not some motherfucker that sit there in front of the camera and talk and run in his mouth. No, when he not on that goddamn camera, he's actually, you know, got books and shit out. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker acting now, he actually got a Marvel book. You know what I'm saying? And then he actually got a Marvel book. You know what I'm saying? This is a fucking comic book out there in his name that he wrote, him and somebody else. Okay, you got some shit to say. I can listen to anybody else. You know, you ain't even in the game, bro. I ain't trying to hear shit from you. Yeah, one of them motherfucking coaches and stuff be trying to tell you how to do some shit. Don't look like he done did a sit-up or a push-up at no point in his goddamn life. Usually you run across that kind of shit in inner city schools and shit like that, where you just try to get people that can, you know, help any kind of goddamn way. You get one of them coaches, I'm like, where did you fucking play? You know what I'm saying? It could be football, basketball, or whatever the fuck. Where did you play, motherfucker? Especially with kind of football and then basketball. I done ran across some coaches in basketball that when they, you know, you play basketball and yeah, some coaches that will embarrass your ass. You still in high school, you 16, 17, 18 years old. They 30-something years old. And, you know, when they come, they, you know, everybody playing 3-on-3 or whatever the fuck. And they get out there on the court and will whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? They will get out there and whoop your ass. Football, not so goddamn much, but I think there's only one coach that I run across that would fuck you up if you got on the field with his ass. College may be a little bit different. I just know there's some coaches out there that you couldn't, on the football field, you probably whoop their ass, but they run your ass to death. Yeah, one motherfucker when I was in college at Oregon State, motherfucker Coach Mendenhall. You can't even complain to them motherfuckers when you get like in trouble, you late for class or any kind of shit like that. They give your ass a dawn patrol. Hey, wake your ass up at 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. Make you run up down this fucking mountain because, you know, we're in Oregon right in that valley. It's fucking mountains and shit. Run up down the goddamn mountain for an hour and a half, 2 hours, or however the fuck long. Send your ass to goddamn class with your legs and shit not work. But you know what? It was 2 of them motherfuckers. The coaches out there doing this shit with you. It's ridiculous. Now, motherfucker, what do you do with your spare time, with your life, the way you can just run up mountains like you a goddamn mountain goat and shit? And we got these motherfuckers out here, these college A1 athletes and shit. Can't even follow this motherfucking coach. Look like he about 50-something years old, but he all thighs and legs, man. It's an old white dude. All thighs and legs. Yeah, but yeah. Who the fuck reviews the reviewers? That's what I want to, you know, I might have to make my channel just on that. I look at reviews and do review, because the thing about it is, I would love to just hop on here and be like, look, I watched the review, because I watched the review the other day, somebody that's very popular. And the more reviews I watch, I'm like, this motherfucker don't even know what the fuck he talking about. Now he do a whole lot better than I do. I got 69 goddamn subscribers. This motherfucker been relevant for a while. And I mean several, many years while. But when you start watching the reviews, it's just like, he don't talk about shit no more intelligently than I can or anybody else, you know, rudimentary understanding of anything. You know, it's just like, man, this could have been done, this could have been done, this. No, it couldn't. It was fine the way it was, motherfucker. You know, I'm like, it was fine the way it was. You sitting there can't even repeat the shit that you fucking saw, but you for the criticize it, you can't even remember what the fuck you talking about. Him and his lackeys. Who ain't no different. Half the time the little lackeys look like they don't even want to be on the goddamn show. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. And I used to watch this shit all the time. The video game stuff and the movie stuff and whatever the fuck. It's just, the more I watch it, the more I'm like, this motherfucker don't know what he talking about. Unless that motherfucker is actually doing a video on how to make YouTube videos, I don't need to watch the shit. I don't need to watch the shit. Because going to watch a movie, because my shit would be no different from his. The only thing I gotta do, you know, I ain't doing the green screen and all that. I don't need all that. The only thing I gotta do is get me a notepad and take some motherfucking notes. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta do. And then whatever I say will be right on level with what the fuck he's saying, if not better. Because a lot of times I'll be watching this shit. Like I said, motherfuckers don't even be knowing the name of the fucking character. You finna criticize the movies, you don't even know the goddamn characters' names. You know? You don't even know the characters' names or their backstory or no shit like that. Motherfuckers being there talking and shit about the movie, getting most of the shit wrong as fuck. Goddamn, dude. And it's a bunch of the Marvel stuff is like that. You watch the reviews of it, I'm like, God damn, son, you can't even get you don't even know what you're talking about. You know, you end up skipping, go to another motherfucker. Watch the breakdown videos. Reviews will fuck you up. Because, like I say, you don't never know what you're gonna get. The breakdown videos, the nerds and shit that be looking at the images inside the fucking Marvel logo and shit. Like, how the fuck you even see that? You gonna get some shit. Watch that. Because them motherfuckers know everything. You know what I'm saying? Backstories, different versions, all the motherfuckers from the different universes, all that, they don't know all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The regular people doing the reviews is hit or miss Because a lot of times people don't be knowing what the fuck they talking about. Which, you know, I could be one of them. But it gets me when it's the big channels that be like that. I done seen 2 big channels the last couple of weeks sit there, do a review on a fucking Marvel movie, didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. I sit here the last, I don't know how many weeks, watching Star Trek podcasts, listen to motherfuckers that don't do nothing but watch Star Trek for the last 10 goddamn years, watch some goddamn Star Trek, try to talk about the shit, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. And these motherfuckers is making money. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is making money. I'm like, shit. And then I'm sitting there, I watch some other shit, some little dude, some kind of blah, 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 Kiwi, whatever his damn name is. He talk about, like, Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. He got some videos about The Walking Dead and all kind of stuff with this motherfucker. Oh, man. You talking about a pack. This motherfucker know everything about everything. He'll do, this motherfucker have a video. He'll have a series. He'll be like, you know, episode per episode breakdown of every episode. Long ass shit too. And then he'll have a tier list. And it's like the same thing, a breakdown and a tier list of all the episodes for a season. And have that shit for every season of a fucking show. Each video be like 2 hours, 2.5 hours long, some shit like that. Ain't got hardly no goddamn subscribers or nothing. But he got fucking shit is filled out. Goddamn passion project. This motherfucker know what the fuck he talking about. Cause I went through a whole season, a couple of whole seasons. Matter of fact, I went through 3 seasons because he only had 3 seasons of Breaking Bad. Where he sit there and do that shit and got video to go with the commentary and all that other shit. Break all that shit down and blah 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 and get the references. It's the same way they do it the reviews. I mean the breakdowns and shit of the fucking Marvel videos and shit. That motherfucker know what the hell he talking about. And how they got that motherfucker. I swear I was watching and you know people put their Patreon shit up there. The name he had one Patreon. Now I ain't see all his videos, but I know that at that time that one video had one Patreon subscriber on it. And he put his name, scroll across the screen, bloop, there you go. That one Patreon subscriber beat my 69 subscribers that I have no idea who those folks is because apparently none of those people watch my video. You can go look at my videos and the views on those videos and you can add all of those up and it don't even add up to 69. It don't. You would have to get 50 of my videos to probably get 69 goddamn views. But what else? That was it. I was talking about Guardians of the Galaxy first, but like I said, I like the movie. It ain't no use of me going off trying to go, because I'd be like them. I'd be trying to go through the movie and but one thing I do, like I said, I avoid trailers and shit like that. Now I know why I thought that Kang was gonna be in this movie, because the villain is black. I don't want to get into that we all look alike type of shit, but they are the same skin color. You know what I'm saying? We are the same skin color. But yeah, like I said, my computer's right here, and I sit way the fuck over there, and a Guardians of the Galaxy thing pop on, and they kind of showed the villain's frontage, and I was like, huh. I was like, well, this must be some different versions of Kangs and all this goddamn movies and shit, but man, it was the High Evolutionary, which was a surprise to me, which is why I don't watch trailers, because I didn't know the High Evolutionary was going to be in the movie. I don't know much about the High Evolutionary. I've heard of him. I know he had some shit to do with genetic, whatever the fuck, some shit like that. But, gotta be surprised. That's why I stay away from fucking trailers. No trailers. I don't need to see no fucking trailers at all. After I seen the movie, then whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? All these reviews and shit, that's why I went and watched the other movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. I went and watched that at the movie theater, even though I couldn't see worth shit. Go ahead and watch the movie there. It wasn't that bad. Vision-wise, it wasn't that bad. It still wasn't what it's supposed to be, but, to get through the movie where I ain't got to sit around avoiding shit for the next, 2 or 3 months or however the fuck long. I just, go watch the movie there. I can sit down and I can watch all my little reviews and all this other shit and get pissed off because, that's what happens. You start forgetting shit until you actually start watching all the reviews and breakdowns and shit again. You start running across them people that don't know what the fuck they talking about. Or they start bitching about the MCU and all kind of other shit. Oh, I love this movie. Oh, I hate this movie. Such and such and such and such and such and such and such. They don't even call and they don't call the characters by the fucking name. They call them by the actors' names and shit. That shit is always funny. You sitting there talking right off the top of your head. It's easier for you to pull the actor's name out your fucking head than the goddamn the character name. I've seen a bunch of people do that where they just refer to the character's name. I mean the actor's name instead of the character's name. I don't really blame them that much for that. I don't do it because I don't talk about shit like that, to tell you the truth. To where I can bring, because half the time I don't be knowing all these people. They be bringing up shit, like I said earlier, they be bringing up, they can name all these, they can't name the characters, but they can name the actor that played the fucking characters. And they whole goddamn filmography. I don't know actors like that. I don't. I don't. I ain't know who the fuck I love Jonathan Majors, blah, 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 blah. I don't know shit about Jonathan Majors until people start saying Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying? His range, he can play all kind of games. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't fucking know. I ain't never heard of that dude. I don't watch movies like that. Tell you the truth, I don't. I'm either watching YouTube videos or documentaries and shit like that. All the famous people that everybody know do not fall in my little genre of entertainment. You're not going to find them on my YouTube videos, and you ain't going to find them in no goddamn documentaries unless you're watching the damn biography or some shit. You're just not. So Jonathan Majors, I'm like, I don't. They brought up the dude that plays the High Evolutionary. They were like, yeah, he was in Peacekeeper or Peacemaker, whatever their name shit. I watched it. I can't even think of the name of it. Now I'm dumb. But yeah, I watched that. But is that, I watched that. I'm not going to be able to pull him from that shit that I watched a year and a half, 2 years ago. And be like, yeah, there we go. That's the dude right there that played such and such. I fucking know. Yeah, that's such and such and such and such that played blah, 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 blah in Peacemaker. Now I can't get the shit right. I'm like, what? And they show a picture of him. I'm like, and I know I watched that goddamn series, but I'm not gonna be able to put two and two together. Just the only reference I'm gonna get out that shit is RoboCop. And if you hadn't seen it, you'll know why, motherfucker. That's the only reference I'm gonna get. Call that motherfucker old RoboCop Skeletor looking motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. That fucker, I drank all my goddamn drink. Now I'm delirious. All my sparkling water's gone. But what I'm getting ready to watch now, after I finish this, go to the bathroom, so I ain't gotta, hopefully don't have to I'm making me some popcorn. That's what I'm gonna do. Make me some popcorn, and I'm gonna watch Shazam, Fury of the fucking Gods, because that came out today on Max. It's not HBO Max no more, it's just Max. I said, let me go look and see if this shit on here. And this, I pulled up a shit on my Xbox. It was like, download. I'm like, what the fuck you mean download? Where my app at, motherfucker? It said HBO Max is now Max. And I had to download another app and shit, but it was already saying me signed in and all my shit was already there. But I was just like, man, I hope I don't have to sign in again. Have to do the whole little QR code and go to some shit and feel like doing it. So yeah, I'm finna watch that. The first one was okay. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, and I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. No trailers, no nothing. So everything is gonna be brand fucking new. So I'm gonna make sure I'm nice and comfortable. I got my drink and my snacks, and I ain't gonna make sure I'm empty. I ain't gotta worry about going to the bathroom and no shit like that, so I can sit down and enjoy the fucking movie. So until the next one, I have find me something else to ramble on about. I will catch y'all. Oh man, goddamn belching on the flip side. Oh my goodness.